Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Sunday. We got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Busy slate as we close out the weekend. Starting with the Detroit Tigers versus the Boston Red Sox. Boston opening up as home favorites at minus 130. Detroit plus 115 with the over-under at 9.5. Detroit coming into this matchup 53-64. Boston 61-56. Pitching for Detroit is Eduardo Rodriguez with an ERA of 2.75. Pitching for Boston is Cutter Crawford with an ERA of 3.80. Rodriguez, his last start, he pitched 7 innings. Gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Crawford, his last start, he pitched 3 innings. Gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Detroit, coming off a Boston win yesterday. A big underdog win for Detroit. Boston really couldn't get anything going. Detroit is still just 1-9 against Boston. 1-5 on the road against Boston here. I'm still going to take my chances with the Red Sox, despite Detroit just playing horrible against Boston, and I'm going to take the Red Sox at home. Next matchup, we've got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates opening up as home favorites at minus 130. The Reds plus 115 with the over-under at 9. Reds coming into this matchup 61-57. The Pirates 52-64. Pitching for the Reds is Brandon Williamson with an ERA of 4.54. Pitching for the Pirates is Mitch Keller with an ERA of 4.39. Williamson, his last start, he pitched 6 innings. Gave up 1 run, had 9 strikeouts. Keller, his last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Reds beating the Pirates yesterday 9-2. Nice win for them there. Despite their struggles against the Pirates, which they are 3-12 against Pittsburgh. Pretty even pitching matchup here, and I still think Reds are a good underdog, and I'll take Reds plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at minus 115. Minnesota plus 105 with the over-under at 8.5. Twins coming into this matchup 61-58. Phillies 65-53. Pitching for the Twins is Sonny Gray with an ERA of 3.11. Pitching for the Phillies is Ranger Suarez with an ERA of 3.96. Gray, his last start, he pitched 6 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 10 strikeouts. Suarez, his last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Minnesota beating the Phillies yesterday 8-1. Big underdog win for them, despite losing 13-2 the game before, snapping their losing streak. They are just 2-4 against Philly. 4-9 on the road. Haven't been the best road team here. Pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers playing very well here. I think I'm going to take a shot with the Twins plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Oakland Athletics versus the Washington Nationals. Washington opening up as home favorites at minus 130. Oakland plus 115 with the over-under at 9.5. Oakland coming into this matchup 33-84. The Nationals 52-66. Pitching for Oakland is Ken Waldichuk with an ERA of 6.30. Pitching for the Nationals is Trevor Williams with an ERA of 5.0. Waldichuk, his last start, he pitched 6 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Williams, his last start, he pitched 4 innings. Gave up 6 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Oakland losing 3-2 yesterday on a 2-game losing streak. 0-6 on the road, 1-7 on the road against Washington. I saw the highlight yesterday of, I think it was Medina, who caught it, ran to first, and didn't even get the guy out, and which is going viral everywhere. And after seeing that, I've already been out on Oakland, but that definitely secures it for me. I'm going to take the Nationals at home. Next matchup, we got the Chicago Cubs versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays opening up as home favorites at -115. Chicago +105 with the over-under at 9. Cubs coming into this matchup 61-56. The Blue Jays 65-54. Pitching for the Cubs is Jamison Tylon with an ERA of 5.08. Pitching for Toronto is Hyun Jin Ryu with an ERA of 4.0. Tylon, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Jin Ryu, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 2 strikeouts. The Cubs on a 2-game winning streak, coming off back-to-back underdog wins against Toronto. They've looked very good in this series. They are 9-3 on the road, where they've been very good. I'd say a pretty even pitching matchup. Tylon's been pretty solid his last 3 starts on the mound here, and I'm still going to take Cubs +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Cleveland Guardians versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at -185. Cleveland +150 with the over-under at 7.5. Guardians coming into this matchup 56-62. The Rays 71-48. Pitching for the Guardians is Tanner Beebe with an ERA of 2.92. Pitching for the Rays is Zach Eflin with an ERA of 3.34. Beebe, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Eflin, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. Cleveland on a 2-game losing streak right now. Back-to-back losses against Tampa. Cleveland is just 2-10 on the road against Tampa here, where they have struggled. Pretty even pitching matchup, I'd say, but I think I'm going to take the Rays at home in this one. Next matchup, we've got the New York Yankees versus the Miami Marlins. Yankees opening up as road favorites at -115. Miami +105 with the over-under at 7. Yankees coming into this matchup 60-57. The Marlins 61-57. Pitching for the Yankees is Garrett Cole with an ERA of 2.75. Pitching for the Marlins is Yuri Perez with an ERA of 2.79. Cole, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Perez, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 7 strikeouts. The Yankees losing to Miami 3-1 yesterday. Bad little loss for them. They are 4-1 against Miami, so they've been good head-to-head here. Both pitchers giving up about the same amount of runs here in the last few games. I still like Garrett Cole on the mound, and I think I'm going to take the Yankees on the road. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Angels versus the Houston Astros. Houston opening up as home favorites at -135. The Angels +125 with the over-under at 9. Angels coming into this matchup 58-60. The Astros 68-50. Pitching for the Angels is Chase Silseth with an ERA of 3.72. Pitching for the Astros is Jose Urquidy with an ERA of 6.10. Silseth, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 12 strikeouts. Urquidy, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 1 strikeout. The Angels 2-8 in their last 10, coming off back-to-back 11-3 losses against Houston here. Houston's played very well in this series. Angels, they've just struggled against Houston and on the road here. And I know Urquidy's coming off some rough starts here, but he can just play decent, have a decent game. And I still think Houston gets it done here, and I'm going to take the Astros at home. Next matchup, we got the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Chicago White Sox. Brewers opening up as road favorites at -135. The White Sox +125 with the over-under at 8. Brewers coming into this matchup 64-54. The White Sox 47-71. Pitching for the Brewers is Freddie Peralta with an ERA of 4.28. Pitching for the White Sox is Dylan Cease with an ERA of 4.42. Peralta, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 13 strikeouts. Cease, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. The Brewers on a 3-game winning streak, back-to-back wins against the White Sox here. They're 6-1 against the White Sox. They've been very good here. Freddie coming off a couple good starts on the mound, and I'm going to take the Brewers on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Texas Rangers versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at -140. The Rangers +125 with the over-under at 8. Rangers coming into this matchup 70-47. The Giants 62-55. Pitching for the Rangers is Dane Dunning with an ERA of 3.21. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 3.56. Dunning, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Webb, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. The Rangers, coming off back-to-back Giants wins. They look very good in this series. Giants on a 4-game losing streak. And like Dunning on the mound here. I think they're a good underdog, and I'll take Rangers +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Baltimore Orioles versus the Seattle Mariners. Baltimore opening up as road favorites at -115. Seattle +105 with the over-under at 8. Orioles coming into this matchup 72-45. The Mariners 63-53. Pitching for Baltimore is Kyle Bradish with an ERA of 3.19. Pitching for Seattle is Bryce Miller with an ERA of 4.20. Bradish, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Miller, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 10 strikeouts. Baltimore beating Seattle yesterday 1-0, shutting them out. Seattle on that huge win streak. Bradish has definitely been, I'd say, the better pitcher as of late. Miller, giving up 13 runs in his last 3 starts here. I still think Mariners are a good underdog, and the way they've been playing still, and I'll take Seattle +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Rockies versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -325. Colorado +265 with the over-under at 8.5. Rockies coming into this matchup 45-72. The Dodgers 70-46. Pitching for the Rockies is Kyle Freeland with an ERA of 4.84. Pitching for the Dodgers is Julio Urias with an ERA of 4.39. Freeland, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Urias, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Coming off back-to-back 0-run games here for the Dodgers. The Rockies on a 3-game losing streak against the Dodgers here. Dodgers 9-1 in their last 10. They're hot right now. I'm going to take the Dodgers at home. Next matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Padres opening up as road favorites at -130. Arizona +115 with the over-under at 9. Padres coming into this matchup 56-61. Arizona 58-59. Pitching for the Padres is Seth Lugo with an ERA of 4.19. Pitching for Arizona is Brandon Pfaadt with an ERA of 7.16. Lugo, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 8 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Pfaadt, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Padres losing to Arizona yesterday 3-0, getting shut out. That was Arizona's first win in a while. They were on a 10-plus game losing streak, and really haven't proven to get back-to-back wins here in a long time. And I think I'm going to take the Padres on the road in this one. Next matchup, we've got game 2 between the Cincinnati Reds versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates opening up as home favorites at minus 115. The Reds plus 105 with the over-under at 9.5. Reds coming into this matchup 61-57. The Pirates 52-64. Pitching for the Reds is Luke Weaver with an ERA of 6.75. Pitching for the Pirates is Andre Jackson with an ERA of 5.16. Weaver, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Not seeing info on Jackson. Looks like Jackson could be getting his first start for the Pirates here. Yeah, in the doubleheader, getting the Reds plus money in both games. I'm going to take that every time. And, I'll take Reds plus 1.5 on the road here in both games. Then the last matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the New York Mets. Braves opening up as road favorites at minus 130. The Mets plus 120 with the over-under at 9.5. Braves coming into this matchup 75-41. The Mets 52-65. Pitching for the Braves is Yanni Chirinos with an ERA of 4.83. Pitching for the Mets is Kadai Senga with an ERA of 3.24. Chirinos, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Senga, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Braves, back-to-back wins yesterday, beating them 6-0 and then 21-3 in the first game on a 3-game winning streak. Mets have just looked absolutely horrible here, and Chirinos hasn't been that great on the mound, but I still don't trust the Mets, and I'll still take my chances with the Braves on the road. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.